What up? What's good? What's good? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right. I couldn't go down without a fight. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna have to fight.
But
All my,
say I'm not
I
going out
had to
like a
fight.
chump today.
I know, yo. I ain't gonna lie. That other topic is crazy, but
Oh no.
we gonna see. I don't know. I don't know. That's a game time decision. That one gonna be wild.
Yeah, that might have to be like a Twitch stream because
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't know.
It's a little crazy. Hold on. Let me get everybody else in here. We got autonomous. Transporter.
I know Ant better not come in here singing. I know that.
He actually did a good job on that. Damn, did I just
That
gas him up? Did I just
don't
gas him up?
you heard
Shit, I gassed him up.
Goodbye, my Drizzy.
see
Will I?
the
See? See?
Yeah. Y'all gotta admit that song was fire. You know, it's a Kanye remix. You know, it's a Kanye West remix. But yeah, man, it's the Sean theme song. You know, because that's how they be acting. They be in love with that
see.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Hey, you
Yo,
know it's
Maj,
bad when people that are
Maj, you
trying to stay neutral. Oh, my bad.
Wait, he
hold
said
on,
something.
Maj, you in the if you want to get on, the link is in the Discord. Jump in the Discord chat. You'll see the link. Go ahead,
Hey, you
Thomas.
know
What you
it's
were
bad
saying?
when people that were staying neutral are now calling out the people around Drake. Yo, what I said, I'm hearing everybody say it, man. They're like, y'all making him look bad, bro. Y'all making him look bad. The only good PR so far has been 50 Cent. Every
50
other
Cent.
PR, yeah, that's the only good PR, man. 50 Cent.
Yo, what the your name changed to F Drake Glazes and their Papa? Like the Papa
um,
too?
oh Jesus.
Oh,
He said, "Fuck them
what are you
all and the
talking
daddy."
about? Jeez.
Golly.
Yo, dude, Drake put me on his op list, and I felt offended. I had to let him know.
Yo.
Mm-mm.
Hold on.
I don't know why.
I remade if I say it wrong. Sorry, but he said I'm at work listening to y'all. Hope I don't get fired. Put on them headphones.
Right. You better put an earbud in
Put
or
them
something.
headphones for real, cause ain't no telling what Autonomous gonna say on here, man.
I'm good.
He the
How
one y'all
many
gotta worry
jobs do
about.
I have in fucking stock?
See, see,
One,
see.
two,
See what I'm
three,
saying?
four, five
See.
plus zero. The manager
Yo.
is a lie. He is 69 guy.
Don't do that. No, no.
See?
Freaky
Mute
ass
your
managers need
phone.
to stay their asses side.
Turn your phone down.
I did it now.
Right.
Get his
Cause
position, roll him up like a
he was
fresh pack
probably
of
trying to
za.
be he was probably trying to be on the low at work and you over here blowing up the spot. You a hater,
Right?
bro.
Crazy. Insane.
Hey, look, man, I'm the wrong guy. Yo, even at where I work at in the office, I'm not even like I'm semi-professional, 50-50. Like I don't cuss. That's the only limit I have. I still be pranking my coworkers and stuff at work.
For real. Hey.
I
I
know
literally
I have
bought
to sit one of them tires on God.
I have remember that thing I bought in the live? What was that thing called again? The little shouting machine. I bought it to work, and I came out of nowhere like, "Hey man, everybody, get off the laptop, get off the laptop right now, right now." I bought water guns at work the other day, and during Halloween. I bought water guns.
See,
Yeah, man.
Bro, you the type of coworker
I
I
can't
had to
deal
fight
with
at
you.
work.
I'm saying,
Right?
have to go outside.
Yo,
Huh?
I
Ari,
had to go
my
behind the
bad,
counter.
Ari. I said your name wrong. I'm sorry. She just said call me Ari. My bad. I know we butchered it, but I tried. I tried.
That's okay, man. At least you got your
It's an
job. That's all
effort.
that matters.
Frank Tikas in the building with the super chat. He said Drake has an op list like a bullied third grader.
Bro, tell me why academics is out here hollering about he finna diss Rhapsody.
Bro,
Wait.
uh,
See what I said the other
shit.
night? I said if that nigga got bars for Rhapsody before he say something to Screwface, I'ma know something.
Yo,
That's the same thing I said.
funny thing is, I made a video and talked about the Rhapsody thing, and then that's when the Screwface thing came out. So I ain't even dropped the Rhapsody thing because I'm like, he shouldn't even be worried about Rhapsody at this point. Like, go
Hey,
like have the energy because you know how everybody always saying he always got energy for females. I really wanted to
uh-huh.
sit back and see what he was gonna do.
And look
Yeah,
at
he
him
not
out
he not
here.
he not touching that one.
Honestly, I think it's starting to get to him. I think it's starting to get to him
Oh, hell
that he's
yeah,
been looked under. I mean,
100%.
I think it's
Oh
getting to
well,
him at this point. Like it's starting to bother him because he went at Charlemagne
your
yesterday,
bad.
the other day. He went at
Really?
Charlemagne
What he say?
randomly. He so the Jay Z situation. I think Charlemagne is under the idea that they denied the claims, and he's like, "Well, y'all
Mm,
don't have that same energy for Drake." Like he's trying to do like
Of
false
course not.
equivalencies, which
Hmm.
I'm like, man, look, one got caught kissing a 17-year-old, the other one we don't know. I'm not gonna deny the claims. I'd rather wait and see. I'm not gonna be on the nah, Jay Z ain't do it. But hey, like I said, I don't know. But I see Jay Z kiss a 17-year-old in a concert. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I don't understand this false equivalency that academics be doing. And then
Listen,
and then Charlemagne said that yo, you need to stop glazing Drake. Essentially,
he do.
listen.
Because
I'm
they,
gonna
they
tell
know they know
y'all.
something finna come down. That's
Hmm.
why. They know something finna go down. That's why they told him, bro, you just need to stop, bro.
What
There's a
road
lot going
rage?
on. I don't know. Like I saw headlines saying that accusing him of paying people. I don't know,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
man.
saw that.
It's looking crazy. I don't know. And then like I was telling Ty in the chat, I found this one person on Twitter who did like this crazy deep dive into it and basically deep diving into his relationship with Beyonce and
Oh,
it's looking crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
interesting.
It's looking wild. Like it's looking crazy to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I should talk about it on
Mm,
stream, bro.
We're not
With
going
who?
down
Which
that
one?
hole.
With
They fuck around
Jay
and
and
nuke your
Beyonce,
page.
right?
Are you talking about
Like,
Trap House Kitchen?
nah. It's some bro, I found it so randomly, bro. Like it's super random. Like the person I don't know, it's like this white girl, like, but she did like a deep dive, bro.
Uh-oh. Not the white girls deep diving. Uh-oh.
Yo, she did a deep
oh
dive.
man,
Yo. And I'm like, I don't know. But
I mean, but
for
I ain't
the
really talking about no finish.
Uh-oh.
I ain't gonna
Who
cap. I ain't having
who
too
just
much.
who just opened something? I heard it. What's going on?
what'd you hear?
Sounded like it was
what
like
did you hear?
a bottle or it was
Somebody
like
cracked something open.
a liquid. Yeah.
Oh, so you want
No, it
us to
didn't.
hate on the drink like how we hated on your tacos?
No. No. I don't. It was like I just let shit hurt. My bad.
Look,
Continue.
it's not my fault. You had
Whatever,
Burger
bro.
King chicken in that taco, man. That's all.
Bro. Who had Burger King chicken in the taco? See, you be hating.
Yo, I am a Burger King hater. As a fat guy, I don't approve. As a fat man myself, I don't approve of Burger King. They can go. They can go gone.
I
Oh, hold on,
mean,
Maj said he
Mm,
joined.
Burger
I
King need
got
to
you,
go.
Maj. You in?
dang, not Burger King. Pew pew
but
pew.
Yeah,
I
Burger
think
King need to go. I
Hey,
ain't gonna
there.
lie.
Okay.
I think that
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yo,
Yeah.
we hear you.
All right, cool. What's up,
I
people?
think
What's
what's
good?
Hey,
What's
going
good?
on,
Marge.
bro? I
What's
think
up,
they're gonna
man?
end up destroying themselves, bro.
Oh, not much.
Who gonna destroy themselves?
The whole hip hop industry.
The party.
Yo, that's what it. That's what it
You're gonna
kind of
watch the
look
party
like,
die, huh?
right? It do look like it's just like self-destructing, bro. Like,
Yeah,
golly.
Y'all
I,
over
Right,
I,
here
I
everybody
had
cackling
throwing
a,
about,
everybody dirty laundry out somewhere.
y'all over here
Right?
cackling about, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? But all of y'all is on trial. That's crazy. That's crazy. The truth
I
about to
do
be
feel
loud.
like I
I
do
ain't
feel
even
like
gonna hold
since
you.
the beef though
See, if we
that
learned
like hip.
anything, everybody just stay at home nowadays, man. Don't. If you got
Exactly.
one
Stay in the
lady,
house.
stick with one lady. Don't cheat on her. It's not worth it, man. I know there's a lot of good BBWs out there, but sometimes you gotta restrain yourself
Not a
and you gotta hold
BBW.
yourself.
Not the BBWs.
Yo, you gotta restrain yourself at all costs. Hey, listen here, it's
There's nothing
tempting,
wrong with
but it's
BBWs, all right?
not worth it in the long run. Look, you get caught in stuff like what we're seeing right now. We live in a weird society nowadays. So
We live in a
stay home,
society.
stay home,
Yo, yo, can I ask y'all a
play
question real
video
quick?
games, take your
Yo,
lady out,
Yeah.
take
what's
your
up?
man out
Shut
if
up,
you're the
ants.
breadwinner. Oh my bad, I can't hear
No,
you,
Say,
no, go
bro.
bro,
off,
shut
Logan.
up.
No, you're good, you're good, you're
See?
good.
Hey
Cause you
yo,
yapping. Shut up. Let Marge talk.
I
No,
didn't know Mars was
I
talking.
just wanted to say like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like ever since like the beef happened, I feel like the level of rapping since then is like tripled. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
level
you don't hear to like the
I
like
can't
just
hear
the
Mars.
content of rapping.
or the content.
You know what I mean? Like
Like
the
in a
level
good way?
like the like yeah like the level of like lyricism. Like I feel like the people that like the mainstream rappers who like usually just rap about whatever the fuck they rap about. You know what I mean? I feel
Uh-huh.
like they're not getting as many streams or not many streams or they're like new albums or shit not like doing the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
see
know.
what you're
I just
saying.
feel like I feel like hip hop in general since the beef happened like it's just like it like grew. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't like rapping, you pretty much ain't getting no plays type shit.
Right. I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
I could
I
see
wouldn't
that.
say that
I could see the
necessarily.
little bit. So
But ain't
I
nobody
mean,
like
so
that like dropped the album yet though. I don't think.
right, yeah, that's true too.
I've seen a couple. I've listened to a couple albums, but I'm just like, all right.
Hey! I just realized something.
Huh.
Jay is going to be sick.
Who?
Who?
Huh?
Jay.
Why?
Oh,
I mean, Jay Z is his favorite rapper. I mean,
Oh yeah, he could probably about to crash out now.
Oh,
Oh,
you said Jay. Oh,
both his favorite
yeah, but yo,
rappers
that's about to
are.
be the greatest crash out session of his life.
not both of his rappers over here both allegedly being freaky frogs. That's
I
crazy.
ain't gonna lie though.
Allegedly.
I could have sworn this whole Jay Z like this new case that's happening that popped. I could have sworn like that's already like been talked about. Like I feel like I
No.
saw that before, or am I
what?
Mm-mm.
tripping?
Which part?
You tripping?
Like the new case that's going on right now.
Yo, that
I feel like
Deja
there's
Vu
already
hitting
been.
you
I feel
real
like
good
there's
right
already.
now.
Uh-uh. This person was, I think they said, was a part of that 120 people that that lawyer,
Oh,
what's his name, Busby, that they was in that.
Yeah.
oh, got you. Because
You
Yeah.
know
I don't know.
what's
I could be tripping.
crazy?
My memory is kind of trash. I ain't
Cause
gonna
he
lie.
wasn't named as like the main person. He was just
You
in
know
that.
what's crazy? Thought Crimes called it as soon as it came out. Like
What? Which part?
that Jay Z was gonna be involved in it. Bro,
Man,
I'm telling you, Thought Cry has been calling this whole thing step by step the whole time.
Jay
With
Z's
Drake,
response has been
Jay Z.
interesting.
It has been though.
Well, no, I feel why he said that, because if it's getting filed in New York, I think New York no longer has a statute of limitations on certain types of crimes
Yeah,
anymore.
Jay. Yeah, Jay.
Hmm.
I'm already
Excuse
knowing
me.
you probably hurt right now.
And so he's saying like if there's like any evidence or anything, whatever, like we can go to court. Cause I ain't just gonna pay you, but if you
But
want
if
to
you
like
remember, Diddy
if you
wasn't
want to go
like
there, we
Diddy
can
was
go.
just like Diddy is like it's lies, it's lies. And this guy said, no, 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 hey, I'm willing to go to court. I'm gonna sue you. Let me find this person's name, email. That's what I'm saying. It's like interesting, because usually celebrities just settle it out or they,
Right.
admit to it,
That's
right?
true.
This time we're getting
it is
somebody
what
Well,
it is.
actually
That's all.
I was looking
challenging,
at like
So,
Jay Z's like
which
a
is
whole
so
billionaire, so like I
what?
feel like he could just like win it out as far as like money. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, so let's take a trial then. I bet you ain't got no more money than I do.
Well, no, he wants to go to actual criminal court. But he said if it's actually something, let's go to court, not no civil shit. Like we going to court.
Yeah.
Right, right. But that's still at the end of the day, that still costs money though.
No,
Nah,
it
but
On
do
both
I
sides.
cost
don't, I don't,
money.
I don't
that
think
lawyer
he. I
got
don't
money
really
too
think
though,
he.
so it's not like
Yeah, cause
that
she's
lawyer
in
banking too.
that law in that main lawsuit with Diddy. That's he was just named as a person of interest in the story
Oh,
that
okay,
she
I got you.
told.
I got you. I
You
see
know
what you're
something
saying.
that's crazy? I'm gonna keep it a band. I am a bit suspicious about this one. How it came out, the talking points, and it's like I don't know, man. I'm not even a Jay Z fan, but I'm just saying it's like it still seems kind of weird though.
What and
It's like
weird in a way where you think it's like
it's like
you think it's
it's too convenient.
mm,
It's like
Mm.
you can tell that it was a literal, like somebody just put this out here because how it was structured. Okay, Diddy went down. There was
mm,
like months and months, and then as soon as Diddy get in, I know why it sounds suspicious to me. I'm gonna tell you why it sounds suspicious to me. Do you remember when they was trying to pin that SA case on Kendrick,
yeah.
What is a case? What you say?
Yeah.
and then all of a
What
sudden
essay
you
case?
find out that
Yeah, it
the
wasn't an essay
SA.
case.
No, I'm saying it was a rumor. The little thing
Yeah,
about the
no.
girl that they were
I
following
think I
across the
saw that
border.
before, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there was
it
a
wasn't an essay case though.
Well,
yeah.
It
No,
was a DV case.
yeah,
no, I
yeah.
think
It
you thought. Wait,
well,
yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
DB.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it was
yeah,
a
yeah. You
DB. So
Yeah,
they
we
tried
ain't
to
gonna do
pin. That's true.
right.
That's true.
I was
They,
getting confused. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
they was trying to pin it on Kendrick, but come to find out, Diddy was there that day. Like
Oh no, I
it,
know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
just
Because that
seems
was
like it just
they were
seems too
confusing.
convenient to me. It's like every time Diddy is somewhere, somebody else is getting blamed for something.
Yeah,
China.
I know what you're talking about. They were saying that they were getting Whitney confused with Cassie.
You see what I'm saying?
Another thing I
It's like
would
every
Yeah,
say
yeah.
time.
about the case.
It's like
My
every
bad, my bad.
time. It's like every time Diddy is somewhere that somebody else is supposed to be at. Like they'll say that somebody else was here, but then all of a sudden you find out that Diddy was here. It just seems like he tries to drag people into whatever he got going on, or try to pin what he's done to somebody else. That makes sense.
China.
That could be true.
Th- If
It
I
just
learned
seems weird.
something, oh, if I learned
Go
something
ahead.
from
Go ahead.
here, besides that, yo, Jay Z got a lot of hate. I did not know he had that many haters. I thought we was
He
all
does.
neutral
No,
on Jay
I
yeah, he
was.
Z.
got haters for sure.
I'm not gonna cap. I was one
Yo,
of the.
yo, that
The
is,
Jay Z hate go crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
yo, that is,
I was one of them.
yo, Drake
That
fans
Jay Z
talk
hate
about, hey,
train
yo,
is
that is so, yo,
different.
they was celebrating. They was like, yo, this the 4th of July over here. Let's get the
They
fireworks going. Like, I'm like,
what they
damn.
what they trying to do though, if we want to keep it real, they only trying to latch on to something because they trying to take the heat off Drake. That's what they're doing. They're deflecting. So
Oh, you talking
we
about the
don't
Drake
even have
fans?
to. Yeah, we don't even have to account them into anything because all they latch on to anything that is hatred towards anybody that is connected to Kendrick. That we can go ahead and write them off rip.
But,
Yeah,
but
wrap
So
that
they
shit up,
said,
I think Jay though, Jay's got like his own different type of hate like directed towards him. I mean, besides like the whole beef,
What
Yeah,
are
I
you
think
saying,
that
though?
there's just people like crab in the bucket type mentality. You know, they
talking about with
see
Jay.
him like, yeah, with Jay, like they see him doing
Yeah, Zo, what are
good.
you saying?
He's connected with the Super Bowl. You know, I think that that's what brings hate towards him.
No, I think he did do a lot of
Shady
business
business.
dirt. Yeah, he did some dirt now.
Oh yeah.
Don't try to shade for him.
Who,
Like,
Jay?
yeah,
Yeah,
he does some
Yeah.
crazy stuff in the industry,
some
man.
shady boots business.
So we're not gonna try
Hey,
to
remember
act
when he
like
I
tried
he
to
mean,
isn't.
wasn't
drop
he
an
like
album every time?
Because the reason
Remember
why
when
I
he
said don't do
stomped
that is,
Nas's releases?
yeah,
mm,
it's
He
hmm
used
like
to stomp Nas's
don't
release
try to.
every time.
The reason why I want people to be honest with all situations when it comes to stuff like this is because you're gonna do him a disservice if you don't bring up what he's done that was wrong. Because
you
then
these guys.
people
Okay, go
you'll
ahead,
have to
bro.
talk
Good.
about all of it. Because think about this: if you only talk about the good things about a person when something is going on, then all of a sudden all these bad things that they've done start coming out. It's gonna blindside people. You don't want people to be blindsided. You want them
Right
to
now, I
know
see. I see what you're
the
saying.
information.
But I think that they do it to themselves, though. I mean,
I mean, he has done
one of
some
the
shady
things that,
stuff. I mean,
yeah,
what he
Hold,
did to
hold,
Nas to this
hold.
day,
Hey,
oh,
can you hear
I mean,
Frank?
hold
fucking
on.
stomping his releases.
Hey, can you hear
Yes,
Frank say something?
no, I can't. Sometimes
And
I can't. I couldn't hear Maj for a while either. That's
Okay,
Oh,
why.
March
I
Frank,
was
mean,
say
I'm
tripping
not.
though.
I'm
something.
not trying to cut off. I just can't hear.
yeah,
No.
no,
I know. I'm just saying. Can
yeah,
Frank say
I
something?
think, yeah. Well, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
I can't.
so
I
yeah,
can't
so what
hear.
I was saying, like,
you
so
can't?
Jay,
He can't hear.
No, me, I
oh,
can't.
he can.
It happened with
What
Maj
the
too,
hell?
where I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, but I think my shit was tripping though. I think I was just waiting to get in.
Damn.
Just
So
go out.
Oh, maybe
I'm
they're
trying to
not
look
yeah,
for
in.
you.
go
Maybe
out
he's not in yet.
or
No,
go out and
he's
come
No,
in
back
because
because
in.
we no,
everybody.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go out
out
and
and
come
come
in.
back in.
Oh, y'all can hear him.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait,
can.
wait. If that's the case, wait. Let me go. Let me go real quick. Let me go. I'll
yeah.
be back.
Yeah, you go out and come back in.
Okay, so well, I guess just so I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I've never been a Jay Z fan. Like,
Me either.
just so you know, just on the strength, I've never been a Jay Z fan. He copped a lot of, lyrics from different people without giving homage to them. Like
Right.
the whole 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. That's Ice T, but he never mentioned
Yeah.
Ice T in it.
And
So
nobody's talking
there's
about
like
it
a
either.
lot of yeah, so there's like a lot of like yeah, I agree. He's done a lot of shady stuff, and that shady stuff has led him to kind of climb up the ladder. He hasn't really thought twice about making the moves he needs to make and shaking the people he needs to shake off. Now, that can be seen as shisty. That can be seen as he's a ruthless businessman. But it's gonna definitely
Gonna bite him in the
garner
butt.
him. Yeah, people are gonna hate on him. Now that to what he's being accused of, that's an abyss. That's like a big abyss in between those two things. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I am saying that part of what's driving some of the narratives or what's making this become such a big thing is the hate that he's been accumulating over time. So
Right.
this beef just gives it more it divides people because now they're like, okay, who's in Drake's camp and who's in Kendrick's camp? And if you look at the narrative, everyone's saying, oh, well, Kendrick is Jay-Z's employee. Like people forget, like he- Kendrick's not being hired to do the Super Bowl. I mean, he's going to go out of pocket to put
Right.
put up
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
show. So yeah, so he's not getting paid. He's no one's employee. He's just being asked to perform on stage and bring a show. And I don't think that whatever's happening to Jay Z right now has any bearing on what Kendrick on Kendrick performing now. From what I've seen, and I think you were going to talk about it, Zoe, was how they're trying to use this UMG filing that Drake's UMG filing to try to get Not Like Us from being played at the Super Bowl. And I think that it's stupid. It could be possible, but I think Drake's problems are a lot bigger than one song.
You know something that's crazy? I think people misconstrue the X thing. Um, that the attorney filed before Drake sued UMG. I think Drake is doing a lot of this stuff to keep the public confused.
You know,
Mm.
I think that's true too. Because like at the end of the day, like I don't listen to Drake like that anymore. Back when I was in high school and shit, right? But I will say Drake's not a dumb motherfucker. He makes dumb decisions. And I think the way he moved after the beat was hella dumb. But I do not think overall he's dumb. So I think like he's very like manipulative. You know what I mean? I think he like does shit behind the scenes. So I definitely agree with you on that one for sure.
I think he because you got to think about his track record. What did he
Hmm.
do when they tried to pull him into the lawsuit the first time? What did he drop? Dark Lane demo tapes. Right foot up, left foot slide. And what did Kendrick say? You can't twist and slide your way out of this one.
This one, right? Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
you gotta look at his patterns. I keep telling people you have to look at people patterns to understand their moves. It's like you can't always be in the conversation. You can't always be out in front trying to combat things. You gotta sit back and look. And then you'll be able to see the full picture. The dude been doing this since the beginning of his career. When something came out, he'll drop something.
Yep.
When something came
Yeah.
out, he'll do something. That he got a case that's in England. What is it?
Oh, I didn't know about that.
He got a
What
case
case
over
nigga?
there. He got a SA case over there.
Oh, the
Hmm.
one that
It's like
they,
it's like
but
people don't
they
know all this
the one he
stuff.
settled though, right? They settled that though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All
it's
right.
like people don't know that he has a lot of baggage. Just like Jay-Z has a lot of baggage, but we didn't hear anything about no sexual stuff. Like I ain't hear nothing about those. But he does have a bad track record when it comes to cutting people out of businesses. So
Yeah.
in order for us to actually be able to see why things are happening, you have to look at what the people have done throughout their career because they have long careers. We can actually see everything that they've done. All you have to do is look for it.
In this day and age, for sure.
But I think that there's another part that we're not like contemplating, and we talk a lot about this like in the Discord. Like I also go on live with Moni, and one of the things that we talk about was the whole state of the union. What the United States looks like right now demographically, and some
Hmm.
of the things that are being turned into Make America Great Again. And the NFL, I mean, football is one of the big American pastimes. And I trust me, there's a lot of people right now rubbing their hands, looking at this whole situation like, we can take back the Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, if you guys
Yep.
remember
Yep.
all a lot of the stuff that came out, like, with Colin Kaepernick taking the knee, people not, kneeling for the Pledge of Allegiance. So there's a lot of politics involved right
Hmm.
now in the states that are also trickling down into these forms of entertainment. People are really trying to whitewash the country again. So having certain people in levels of influence, using the word woke when describing Kendrick, using it when describing anyone in positions of power and influence, it makes them a target, politically and culturally, for what's going on in the states. And I think that it is more deep rooted than just what we're seeing superficially. And once again, every person I believe in business has done some shady shit. Everybody. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at how employees are treated. just just from the start of how
Fact,
employees are treated, there's shady shit, right?
fact.
So, it's there's always going to be conflict of interests when you're letting people that are maybe considered undesirable to the powers that be have a positions of prominence and of influence. And so, you just be prepared to see more of that.
And I will say
More of
this.
that's going to happen.
I will say this. What we think, because I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. I think I can see a lot now, like how things would play out, because I'm seeing more. Like I don't just look at stuff that interests me, because it's like I have to look at stuff that don't interest me in order to actually understand what's going on in politics. Because if you look at politics, it mirrors what the entertainment looks like right now. All of it is the same. All of it is congruent. You see, from what I can tell, you see Nepo babies fighting Nepo babies,
Yeah, you
and they
dropping
want to,
gems right now, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
and they want to drag the public into it, and it's like, nah, I'm cool. Y'all keep fighting, y'all fight. If y'all destroy each other, y'all do what y'all do. We gonna learn how to make natural food. I mean, grow food again. We gonna learn how to make. We gonna learn how to do our own stuff. We gonna do it without y'all. And I think a lot of people need to get to the point where they need to be able to do that. Because it's like you can't depend on these people, celebrities, government, anybody. You gotta learn how to do for yourself. And I know people like, oh well, this sounds like some end of the world. No, it's just real life. I had to do it when I was a kid. I had to learn how to grow my own food. I had to learn how to go get water. I had to learn how to purify water. I had to learn how to do these things as a kid. Now I'm trying to relearn it because I forgot about it.
Yeah,
But it's like,
yeah, and I mean, it's all good. Like I hear you. Like getting off the grid somewhat
no, no,
is
no. You
possible.
don't have to get off the grid. You just got to know how to do stuff. You have
Yeah,
to educate
and
yourself.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying though. Is one of the things. If you guys look right now, one of the things that's happening, and this is not just in the states. It's like all over the world. Is that everything that we're looking at, that we're watching, they're trying to control it. That TikTok
Yeah.
ban that they
Hmm.
implemented, it has to do with trying to block people from becoming reporters on the ground.
Hmm.
The times of being
That's
force fed,
100% facts.
yeah, force fed media was gone, but now they're trying to take control of it. That's why you have Meta having such a monopoly over social media. They've got Facebook, they've got Instagram, they've got WhatsApp, and all of these other apps. And then you've got Elon Musk, who I think is losing. Elon Musk is losing, but he bought Twitter. And whether we like it or not, that's still what people use somehow to navigate through information. All I'm saying is that we are constantly going to be attacked. So here's the thing: how do you separate fact from fiction? How do you not allow yourself to be controlled? So first of all is not taking sides. Kendrick is my top artist. Something foul came up on him and it's true. Hey, you got to pay the consequences.
Exactly.
We can't
Absolutely.
blindly, yeah, we can't blindly defend people. And I think that's what you're trying to say. But I think that at the same time there has to be ground to stand on. If we're constantly being like divided to or taught not to trust anything, at the end of the day there is no movement. Because
Exactly.
if you're taught that everything can be shady, you gotta, you can't trust anybody, then how are you going to create allies if you can't trust them? How are you going to have a platform if you can't trust that platform? You see what I'm saying? So it's you can't let yourself get swept away by it either. You have to find common ground with people. Like I think that these programs, like these lives, are good for that. where
Mm-hmm.
we can all kind of talk about it and find some common ground. I don't know if you guys have been watching Twitter, the whole, this is what, Mexicans look like, this is what black girls look like, this is what white people. I mean, that's going on right now. That's becoming like a viral thing where people are just being racist. That is the tool. That
And you
is
know
like
something that's crazy?
divide
I
and
don't.
conquer, divide and conquer. That's the
I mean,
game.
yeah,
That's the game.
You,
exactly what's
you know
happening.
what I think
It's
they're
just
doing
like,
though? Oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
bro. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, I was just gonna like, I feel like, just to add on to what you were saying and what Transport was saying. I just feel like social media and the internet as a whole, there's like so much information, right? Like, so how I think about it is like, I don't, whatever I see on the internet, I take it at face value. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people in our country who don't. They believe whatever they fucking they see on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you get your information from. You know what I mean? That a lot of people don't do research. A lot of people just take it at face value and they believe what it is. You know what I mean? So I feel like
Yeah.
the internet. I feel like the internet is a blessing because we get so much information, but at the same time, it's
It's
like
a
a double
blessing.
edged sword. It's a double edged sword because if you don't do the research, if you don't fact check shit, you're gonna be lost. And that I mean, and particularly like with this, in 2024 with Drake and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just taking shit at face value, they're not doing research, right? You know what I mean? They're not looking to the clues or anything like that. They just taking for whatever social media page, whatever big hip hop media page is putting out, like DJ Academics or whatever, either side type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Because
You
I
know
mean,
something?
if you guys,
you
It's
got
just
to do
like
your research. You got to do your research.
because if
what
you guys
Luna
look,
said.
if you guys look at, I'm sorry, I just want to say this: if you guys look right now, a lot of the people that are being attacked are people that at some point went out and spoke on a presidential candidate. At some
Right.
point went out and spoke in favor of. Obviously we know who won, so we know who they're going to go against, right? Against people that publicly went and vouched for a candidate. Unfortunately, we're so screwed as a society that we're like, who's Taylor Swift gonna back up in the presidential race, right? And everyone's like waiting on it, and then she speaks, and that becomes viral. I mean, that's the world we live in. This is like Hunger Games, where everything's being transmitted, and you got to choose a side. So that's unfortunately, it has become a situation of who you stand with is how you're going to be dealt with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you side for is exactly either you're going to have people come at you or you're going to have people give you a hand. So right now it's like, okay, we've got this last bastion of hip hop, and that's why for me this battle is so much more than just two rappers going at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a conscious waking up of what's being force fed down our throat and why. To me, it's like, why is it that everyone that's for defending Schultz, why is it that everyone that's defending Drake, why are most of those guys right wing and leaning towards Trump?
Which
Why are
makes
their arguments, why are their deflections similar to MAGA? Right? I
you know
mean,
something that's
uh,
crazy? I actually thought about that when I heard like a lot of people speak. I was like, bro, this is weird because it seems like they leaning somewhat right politically, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you lean anywhere? Because both sides are tyrannical. You don't want to be on neither side. You shouldn't be on no side. You should be
I
looking at
mean,
this like,
the right and the left are wings on the same bird, bro.
exactly. And it's like, bro, they actually in cahoots a lot of times, and people don't even see it. How is it that Obama is cool with the the bushes. It's like, bro, do y'all not understand what y'all are looking at? Like
Giving them candy and shit.
it's like, do y'all understand what y'all are actually looking at? They play in your face all the time, and you don't see it. And it's only because it's just like what Loon said in the chat. It's an algorithm war. They put you in a specific algorithm. If you look at something for too long, you get stuck in that algorithm. That's the reason why I don't stay in them. I move around. It's because I need my algorithm to shake up to where I see more than just what I'm seeing the most. If that makes sense. This the reason why I mentioned it not too long ago on the live. I want y'all to learn how to shake up your algorithm because you can't just be stuck in one algorithm. Because if they keep you there, that's the only thing you're gonna see. You're not gonna see opposing sides. You're not gonna hear people's whole story. It's gonna be told from somebody else's point of view and not from the point of view of the people that's actually speaking. You have to open up your algorithm so you can see everything.
And you know what?
Uh,
To that is I actually recently just realized that like I got stuck in this whole like Drake versus Kendrick beef algorithm since the jump. You know what I mean? Like I recently, like in the last like month, I was like, yo, like my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, all my algorithms are just Kendrick or Drake, and the vice versa, and them going at it type shit. You know what I mean? And my shit wasn't like that before this beef started. Like my YouTube was like everything, from political to science to types of shit. Now like my whole, I even went through my whole like timeline, not my subscript, not my like YouTube, but like just like on the random, and every fucking video was either Drake or Kendrick, or Kendrick this or Drake that type shit. And I was like, yo, what the? I was like, damn, bro, I dug a hole so deep. You know what I mean?
I think
I
there's a
realized I was
deeper
like, bro,
Yeah.
problem
like,
with that.
you know what I
I think
mean?
there's
Like,
a deeper
and it's
problem
not
with
even.
that.
It's like, oh, hold on, brother. Oh, it's this one. I just wanted
I got you. I got. Go
one more
ahead.
one more thing. I'm gonna
Go
let you
ahead.
go.
Go ahead.
And it's like, and I realized I was like, damn, bro, like I put myself here. I was like, damn, bro, like if
Hmm.
anything I open on my social media, it's Kendrick or Drake type shit. And don't get me wrong, like I'm here for the beef, excited for it to be like a part of like hip hop history, like because I'm 31, but like I was a baby when Tupac and Biggie went at it, and I don't even think
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
born yet. You
93,
know what I mean?
baby.
So like I wasn't, yeah, 93. Like we wasn't a part of that. You know what I mean? So I was like excited to be part of like hip hop history and like and being there in the moment type shit. Like I was there. Like I was there from when Meet the Grams dropped. I was dropping, then Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams right after that. You know what I mean? I was on it. And so like
Yeah,
like not evilly, I just like got myself in this hole where I now have to reset my whole algorithm. You know what I mean? Because like I'm tired of like I'm not saying I'm burnt out because like I'm here for the drama type shit, you know what I mean? But I do need a balance type shit. So like I'm trying to like figure out how to like reset my algorithm. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you how I do it.
Anyways,
Some
I'm sorry.
days when I go missing and
Go
y'all don't
ahead.
see me in the Discord, I literally be watching manhwas recaps the whole time. Like I do certain things to
Who's
clear
recap?
my algorithm.
You be
Manhwas, like
relaxing.
mangas and manhwas, it's like Japanese.
Oh yeah, okay, okay.
Manga is Japanese.
Yeah,
Korean and
I
Chinese
know.
is manhwas. And I just sit and listen to the recaps and just watch the little because it tells you the story. You don't have to sit and read it. They give you the story and you just sit and listen to it. And or I listen to like the Bible. I just pick a random book and just listen to the book of the Bible. Like I shake up my algorithm for that reason. It's because I don't want to be stuck in it. And then I go and look at some wild conspiracies about um like aliens or something, something like that, or some wild conspiracy about flat Earth or something. Like I listen to any like everything, The reason why I do that is because now my algorithm is so mixed that I can't get stuck in it. I listen to political debates. I listen to everything. So whenever I go down my timeline, I'm not just stuck on Drake and Kendrick. I'm just not
No,
stuck on.
and that works. I mean, you have to make a conscious decision to disconnect and to seek knowledge from other sources, even sources that you might not agree with. You know,
Hmm.
one of the things that I like to do is even look into those right wing and left wing, and that way I understand. Remember, there's different sides to the reality, right? No one has a monopoly on reality. Nobody has the absolute truth on their side. We see one side. You know, we can all be looking at a table, but depending on where we're standing, we're going to see different sides of it, right?
Hmm.
The same goes with everything that's going on in the world. So it is important to see the big picture. But I think more than anything, when we're looking at what's happening right now, in particular with these lawsuits, um, look at all of the lawsuits that have to do with rappers. I mean, just look at all of them, you know, or just black people in general, right? How many lawsuits, like one after the other, after the other,
Yeah,
after
that's
the
fact.
other. You know,
Yep.
it's all, you know, it's all in the hip hop space. It's all in your face. And what's crazy is you go and you look at some of the commentary, and people align themselves with the current thought. Like, you know, no one has an original thought. You know, no, well, I'm not going to say
Hmm.
no one. That's a broad brush, but you know, the
Majority.
majority of people,
Yeah.
right, see things in the light of what the majority see, right? One, you know, you're stuck. You decide whose side you're going to be on. If you're a Drake fan, you're automatically hoping JC gets locked up. If you're not a Drake fan and you're a Kendrick fan, but you're a rational one, you're like, I'm not gonna put my hands in the fire for Jay, but you as an individual and all of us that come onto these circles, you know, into these platforms, we have to have a sense of control, right? We have to control ourselves and not get carried away, not wake up and go to sleep beef, not wake up and go to sleep conspiracy theories. I mean, you know, I sometimes I read people that say go touch grass, and literally you got to go out there, breathe some fresh air, and touch a tree. Go pet your dog, you know, go for a walk, go, you know, make some coffee, talk to real people, like get off the net. You know, so when I see, you know, turn the TV off or take off the Wi-Fi, take off the face mask, you know, when I hear this coming from Kendrick, that's why I choose to be a Kendrick fan,
And
because
take
I
off
think
the
that that's
take off the
exactly
fake woke.
yeah, take off the fake woke. I mean, be, you know, really dive into what people are feeling, not just what you see on TV. Because I'll tell you, a lot of people on these discourses and on these programs, they think that there really is a big divide between blacks and Latinos. But then if you go into the neighborhood,
It's
I
nowhere
mean,
near
we're
like that.
kicking it.
And it's
Like
like
we're kicking it. You know what I
it's
mean?
like
We're sharing, you know,
Fact.
with each other.
Exactly.
We're neighbors. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy the way they want to portray everything, so that there is division. We're a lot more, got a lot more in common than we'd like to admit.
can I tell you something that I noticed though? The people
Yeah,
that's
go ahead, bro.
online are the true minority. I'm
Why
gonna
is that?
reiterate that. The people that are online constantly are the true minority.
And why? I agree with you, but I want to hear your thought on it because I feel like you have
So
like a lot of wise words. So I just want to hear your opinion on that because I agree with
so
you.
the reason why I say that is because when I was a cable guy, when I was working for Spectrum, I talked to a
Yeah.
lot of regular people, and a lot of this stuff that's going on online, they didn't know anything about it.
Mm,
And not only
good.
that, they did not. Some of them cared. Some of them was, they look at legacy media and look at all this stuff. but a lot of them they really just cared about what was best for us to be able to survive. They did not care anything about this other stuff. All
Right.
this fighting between the upper factions. They like, bro, what? When are we gonna be able to get paid? When are
There's
we
a
Yeah.
gonna
lot of
have?
Okay.
there's a lot of voter regret going on too, bro. A lot of
Oh, it's
people
been
are
like no,
regretting
it's
their
been like
votes.
that though. It's been like that for the last like probably 2 terms. I feel like from my community and what I see for where I live, I see a lot of regret, including myself, including my wife and our family. Like there's a lot of voter regret. You know what I mean?
It's like, and then the craziest thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you what woke me up when I was younger. I was in 12th grade, and I was in world history class, and my teacher he was explaining the electoral college to us, and I asked him, I literally asked my teacher this. I said, if we got the electoral college, what is the point of us voting? And he
That
looked at
bro,
he
I
looked at me
swear.
he looked
I'm
at
so
me and
glad you
said,
said that.
Pollard, he said, Mills, I do not know.
That's an
And
outdated system, right?
yes, it was supposed to be there for the simple fact that the populations were too big and they wouldn't in certain states wouldn't have a voice. But it's also there. It was there in place because people couldn't go to the polls themselves to vote.
Right.
So
I
it's
felt that. That's what I've been saying for the last like since Trump got elected the first time, right? And look, what if you side with Trump, that's all good. I'm not going to judge you or anything. Like you
it
have
was
your
the,
own
it was
opinion.
the same thing. It was the same thing with Bush though. It was the
Yeah, it
exact
was,
same thing with
but
Bush.
I was only saying Trump because just because like Bush, I felt like I was a kid. Like obviously I couldn't vote and shit. You know what I mean? Or I was
Yeah.
kind of naive, so like I didn't really know like what it was. But like now I'm an adult and shit, and I'm a grown ass man type shit. I felt like I was like, why do we still have electoral college if that shit was like created when we had 13 colonies type shit? You know what I mean? Like, what are
Mm.
we doing, man? Like,
And then
we're
now
a whole ass fucking country now. You know what I mean? And we're not 13 colonies, so we haven't been 13 colonies for a long, long time. So why can't we update this whole fucking electrical or not electrical, but electoral vote or electoral college? And on top of it, like, why can't we just update like the two-party system? Because obviously that shit ain't working. Whether
but
you're on the Democrat side or the Republican side, you know what I mean? Like this shit ain't
I
working.
think that's a people thing. I think the people need to stop like voting one over the other and just look into the other candidates that's outside of these two parties and
Yeah,
actually
no,
look at
exactly.
them and actually listen what they have to say because
Mhm.
what you start to understand. I learned a lot by listening to a lot of people talk about politics. Um, did you know Hillary Clinton actually stole the nominee from what's his name? What's the guy name?
It's about Hillary
Uh,
Clinton,
no, the old guy. He sound kind of
Bernie.
weird.
Bernie.
Bernie. You know she stole it from Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie, right?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
we.
I've always said Bernie should. I always said they did Bernie dirty. They did him dirty,
Wait,
bro.
I'm not fucking wait.
I think
It,
Bernie. This is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion, but I feel like Bernie would have been right if he would have won. But
That's
actually, if he would have actually been president, you
problem.
know what I mean?
That's the problem.
yeah, but it's like nobody voted for her. They voted for Bernie.
Right.
It's like, but that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too much nepotism. It's too
Uh huh.
much
Yeah.
people they have to get approval above the people that's way above them to get
Hmm.
a nominee and it's too much corruption in our government.
Hmm.
Oh, trust me, brother. Trust me. Look, I'm a veteran, so I was in the army, a long time ago. I got
You
out.
see you see my picture?
Yeah, no, I see it because I saw it every day. Like I was like, bro, what the fuck did I sign myself up for? Like I thought, like I was just trying to get out where I was. You know what I
Man,
mean? Like I was
I
just trying to
thank
get out
God
where I
that I
was.
never went overseas, bro.
I didn't, but look, brother, I got lucky. I didn't go overseas either. I joined at the right time where they wasn't sending anybody. They wasn't sending troops over there. They were trying to bring everybody back. This is back in like 2012, 2013. But yeah, I'm like, but even then though, like. I'm just like, damn, man, like the government is actually fucking not great. Now that I was in it,
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
I
because I
mean,
was
if
like 19 when I joined, so I didn't really
I
know
mean
about government and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was
the
fresh out of high school when I joined.
the
Yeah.
military industrial complex is the whole reason for everything.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
it's
how they make their money.
Oh,
the
brother, trust me,
yeah
I know.
the
I realized that 2 years in of my 4 year contract, I was like, oh, so actually, the military actually kind of and what we dictate and what we want to do kind of like runs the country. And as far as what political, all that shit, like I was in there, bro. Like the shit was crazy. I was like, damn, bro, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. And I was like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do my
And I
contract. Hopefully, I don't get deployed. If I do, I'm gonna go do what I have to do so I can come back home type shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared of getting deployed, but at the same time,
yeah,
I didn't want to get deployed. You know what I mean? I went to die for some for what? For
it's something
what?
that
What am
I
I
be
dying
like,
for?
why are we over here?
Yeah, exactly.
Me over here.
Exactly.
I remember having a conversation with one of my NCOs, and he was telling us a story about some Africans that was in, I can't remember what it was in. I think it was in Djibouti, or I can't remember what it was at. It could have been in Libya, but I can't remember. And the African people came up to the gate to them and asked them, "Why are y'all stealing our oil? Why are y'all stealing our gold?"
Mm-hmm.
And the people
Mm-hmm.
was like, "We don't know. We just here. Like we don't
We just
know.
here,
We
man.
don't know what's going on." And
Look, I don't want to be here just as much as you don't want me to be here. But I'm here though.
and,
That's how they think. You know what I mean? That's how the people in the military think.
and
Like
it's
they don't
like,
get a choice. You don't get a choice. They just get told you
just
told what to
go and
do
do.
and you do it.
That's it. They want us to.
That's
When
it.
I was in the military, they wanted us to be drones, basically.
And and that's what like I mean, I know we're going on hella tangents, right? But I know you were prior service, so that makes more sense because you have a lot of wisdom, brother, and I appreciate your words. And I've been watching live streams on BigZoeTv for a while now, since the beef type shit. You know what I mean? But I
Oh,
hear you all the time. I was like, damn, bro, this brother Transfer has got a lot of like wise words.
well, this is
So
this
like,
is this is not
I
me.
appreciate that.
To God be the glory.
But
I'm just
look,
gonna
I
put it out
do,
there.
Hey, like
I
either way,
do
I
like,
appreciate it.
I
I
do like
appreciate
the
it. But
fact that we are able, like, even though, like, like you said, like you got here during the beef and everything. I do like
yeah,
that the fact that this like channel garnered like a whole bunch of people who got different perspectives on different things.
right.
It don't
And that's
always
all I wanted.
be,
That's all I
yeah, it don't
wanted.
always got to be about sensationalized beef. The one thing I do like about the group that we do have is a lot of times when we talk about the things that are going on, we talk about the morality behind it, like wrong and
And
right,
yeah
that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm
and
here
that,
for. And that's why I like your show, bro.
yeah,
That's why literally that's why like I've been watching your shit every day since I first kind of tried when I was like balls deep in the beef. You know what I mean? No,
yeah,
Oh,
pause.
I think
What?
the mix up. I think the mix up of ages is
I
good
knew you were
too
gonna say that. I knew you was in there.
Hmm.
in this group, though. I think the age differences that we have, because we have different points of view depending on what we've grown up on. And so first of all, just like I always tell you, I thank you for letting me on. I'm probably one of the oldest guys, probably the oldest guy here. So
You're not wrong about
whatever.
that.
So
Shut your
exactly.
ass.
So
Nah, but you got
whatever.
wise words too.
No, but so whatever we can share, I mean, and let people know. I mean, you guys that were in the military, some of us like me, we were on the street, but at the same time, you realize that
Concept.
you're fighting other people's battles. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Mhm.
Yes.
You're fighting battles for people that don't give a fuck about you. They don't
Mhm.
care how you're gonna end up. There's a false sense of pride sometimes in the dirt and in the wars that you fight, and at the end of the day, you realize that you're fighting against impoverished people just like you.
right,
Mhm.
Against
And that's
people
why.
that have also been lied and manipulated too. So for me, all
Mhm.
of this, like, is connected. All that we're, even us being here and talking about this. One of you guys, a few of you have said, some people aren't even aware of what's going on. They're not even aware of the conversations that we're having on the discords or on these live streams. But that's because our world part of our world has this in it, which is hip hop. And hip hop, at least as far as I remember, was always a source of knowledge, was always a source of empowerment. It
Or
was always a
communication.
source of communication, of subtle and subliminal communication, right? and,
That's how
and I
we
think
found out
that
what was going on with our
right,
brothers
and the
elsewhere.
whole attack to water it down has been going on for years, and this is where I'm going to say, Jay Z was a part of that.
Yes,
He was a
was.
part of that movement as well. I mean, he benefited off of, the dumbing down of the raps. I don't write a rap. I don't. Okay, well, you don't write raps, but I'm glad that there are people that still do. So I think that, it is important. Times have changed, and now is so much. It's so much more important to be able to have an open mind. And there's going to be things we don't agree with. There's going to be things that we're going to talk about that we might not see eye to eye, but just have the
Hmm.
respect to say, okay, I understand why you see it that way, because that's empathy. No,
Yeah.
empathy
That
is
and that's the whole
right.
that's the
Empathy is
whole
like
that's the whole
I
like
may
what's it
not.
called?
Yeah, empathy is like, I may not be living what you're living. I may not understand it, why you're getting this way, but I've felt that way. Maybe for my own reasons, maybe for things I've gone through, but I know exactly how you feel. Maybe you're frustrated for different reasons than I am, but I understand frustration, right? So,
And you know what?
yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought, brother. Finish your
Yeah,
thought.
so that's what I think is what's missing, and that's kind of what we have to be able to spread. If we're going to
Hmm.
be on these discourses, if we're going to have a voice, and we're going to be allowed, thankfully, like Zoe and Moni and other people that allow us to be on these platforms and speak, is what is the common denominator, and let's be kind to each other. And I think that if we start being kind to each other, if we start listening to each other, those things that are happening, the powers of that be are trying to implement,
It
won't
will be.
won't have any strength against a
It,
united, empathetic people.
These conversations we having right now is a perfect example of what we need to have across our whole country, the country we live in,
Because I can't hear.
and on all boards, like the whole like racism and all that shit. Like if we, I've always try to like have these like in not intellectual conversations, just like seeing people's sides. You know what I mean? And not be ignorant about it. You know what I mean? Like not be like because you don't agree with my opinion, you're a piece of shit, or you're a fuck nigga type shit. You know what I mean? Like
man. I did learn
I
something
might
though.
not agree with your opinion, but that's your opinion at the end of the day. I'm not gonna judge you on that.
I did learn
I
something though.
might not like you. I might not fuck with you, but that's your opinion type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we need to have more conversations like these and like these like these that Zoe does. When we have these live streams, I think we need to have more conversations like this. And if we have these more conversations like this across the board throughout our country, then people gonna start to realize like we're actually getting
The same.
brainwashed. The fuck,
We're
you know what I
all the
mean? We're getting
same.
fucked at the end of the day.
We all are suffering the same amount to
The same
some
amount,
degree.
and people were like, like as far as
That's
even like the black and white shit, like you know what I
that's
mean?
the
Like,
reason why I said to some degree, because there is some people that are suffering worse, and a lot of people. And I won't say
mhm.
that. Let me say it like this: there were white people that they call trailer trash. I mean, they are suffering the same. There's no difference,
Yes,
and it's like
yeah, we all poor, brother.
it's
You
just
poor
like
just like I'm poor.
there are Hispanics that are suffering the same. There's no
Hmm.
difference. There are black people that suffering the same. There's no
Hmm.
difference. It's like we gotta stop. We I'm gonna tell you one of the things that I realized though.
Let's hear it,
When
brother.
black people win, everybody
We
wins.
all win. Yeah, I already knew what you was gonna say. That's facts.
The reason why I say that is because the civil rights movement, what did it do for everybody else? It helped everybody else. Like we gotta understand that black people have been here dealing with this for a long time. and we've always been the driving force for change for everyone because we don't just think about ourselves. Even though people like, oh well, y'all
Right.
always talk about y'all black people this and black. It's like, but when we talk black, we're not just talking about us. We talking about
We're talking
minorities.
about
We talking
everybody.
about everybody.
Oh, well, yeah, minorities. Yeah, yeah.
We're talking about everybody that is impoverished because we have white brothers, we have white friends that's been standing by us that went through the same thing we went through. We have Hispanic brothers and sisters that been through the same thing, so it's no different. The only
It
thing
really is
we
really not. I
and
mean, we
just I
kind of
want
like
you to think
separate
about this.
a lot,
I said this to
but at the
somebody
end
and
of
I
the
can't
day,
remember.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can't remember who I said this to. If you look at the difference and how what Kendrick actually talks about in his music versus Drake. Kendrick literally has a song that said "fuck your ethnicity," and you have Drake
That
over here trying to pretend to be like he was raised black. It's like you are literally perpetuating the stereotypes of black that we're trying to get rid of.
Mm,
yep, yep.
facts.
It's like,
And
bro, I
I caught that.
where I'm from, we have a lot of people. Like I said, I'm from the country in Mississippi, so the people in the country has a very low like we were raised old. When I say old, we were raised really old. When y'all was in like 2000, we were in like 1960s. That's how we grew
I
up.
know. I came to Georgia, and I got a lot of family that's from Mississippi, and I would agree with you. Like, I feel like where I grew up was very old centric. Like, it was very old head type shit. Like, it was old traditions. All like my grandpa was from the deep deep south, like from the tobacco field south type shit. You know, my blood grandpa family reunions there all the time. On my this is just let me flex a little bit. Grandfather's family bought the plantation that our ancestors were slaves, and that's where they, you know what I mean? They bought
It's a big flex.
the whole shit, a whole it's like 10 acres and a big ass plantation house. The whole family came up with money and they bought the whole shit, and now it's ours type shit. You know what I mean? So I definitely know what you. I we have family reunions like every 2 years. I haven't been. I don't think we have them anymore. But back when I was a kid, every 2 years we'd be at the plantation house. Shit, and it was a great time type shit. So I know what you're talking about because I have family that's from Mississippi, and it's very like not up to date with times type deal. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I believe I haven't been back home in a while because I live in Washington now. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can attest to that.
it's like that mindset though, bro. Like it made me look at rap different. It made me look at everything different. It made me look at
Yep,
like the reason why I'm not a JCD fan is because of my mindset of how I grew up. The reason why
yep.
I wasn't when I was younger, I wasn't a humongous rap fan. The biggest rappers that I love was Lil Wayne. I love some of basically Southern rappers. It's because for one, that's all I heard in my region. I didn't really hear.
Hmm.
I've heard more West Coast music than I heard East Coast music when I was growing up. We heard some East Coast music, but I wasn't a fan. I was more of a fan of Southern rap and West Coast rap. But like it made me look at all of this stuff differently. Like to the point where if you, it's just like what I was telling people before. In the South, we don't care about your celebrity status
Nope, not
at
at all.
all. Don't care about it. You come down here pretending like you high and mighty, bro. You gonna get humbled
You're
instantly.
gonna get embarrassed. You're gonna get there.
Cause
And I can attest to that for
the
sure.
people around here do not play with you trying to make it seem like you bigger than them. When you coming down here trying to siphon money from us, but it's like, what are you giving to us? Cause
Right, exactly. You
I
know what?
mean,
And that's what. And just to add on to what you just said, this song is phenomenal, right? But my favorite verse was the whole verse about Kendrick talking about Landon being the Mecca. That shit,
The
like, I was
historical
like
one,
taken aback.
Yep.
Yeah, the historical
the
one is my favorite
historical
verse.
breakdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
If that verse alone, I'd have been good with it. Like, everything else is like cool. Like, I want to see drama, but that verse alone, I think is, I from Atlanta. I think I because I'm from Atlanta. I think I grew up. I think that verse alone, it really like hit me to my like, God damn, shit. And Kendra's from California. You know what I mean? You don't
Hmm.
hear too many West Coast artists talking about what happened in the
Their
South type
actual
shit. You
root.
know what I mean?
the
Their
roots.
actual roots.
Yeah,
But
they're actual.
even the wear and thaw to actually like understand how important it is to put that in there.
Yep.
You know
Your
what I mean?
southern
Because
roots is the
Right,
most important
right.
root.
but he didn't have to. You know what I mean? Because we all know the aim of the
Yeah.
song was a diss, right? But still,
Hmm.
within that, you're educating at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like personally, he knew. A lot of people are gonna listen to this for a specific reason. So while I got their
Let me
attention,
drop some
let me
gems in
say
there.
this real quick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
and
think
And
I
that's
think
why,
one
like,
of the thing that one of the things that appeals to, well, at least personally to me about Kendrick is that he's also on that father energy. He's also on that,
hmm
uplifting and nurturing. As a father should. We as parents. Those of us that have children. The first thing we think about is nurturing and protecting our youth, our children. and
100%.
and I think that when you have especially in I think especially in hip hop, I mean more than any other genre, because other genres is the melody, it's the music. Yeah, you might like some of the lyrics, but hip hop is a message, right? And hip hop
hmm
has a voice, has a meaning. It educates. It could edify or it could destroy. Just like Kendrick said in Gloria when he's talking about the pen, right? I mean, you can edify or you can destroy with lyrics, but I think more than anything is just remembering that we've got more to live for. It's not just what we feel like today. Today I feel sad, so I'm just gonna have a sad life. I mean, you can have a bad day, but not a bad life, right? And I think it's important for us to always gravitate towards the power that people like Kendrick, the empowerment that they preach. I think it's important to take it in and to really put it into practice. I mean, how empowered are we? And when I mean by empowered, it's like, is your day governed by external forces, or is it, are you living by casualty, or are you living by definition and by focus? How are you waking up this morning? How are you planning out your day? Are you being reactive, or are you being proactive? Are you building, or are you building for you, or are you building for someone else and walking home empty handed? I mean, these are things that we got to ask ourselves every day. What, and this is, if you have children, they're looking at you like, hey, my dad's slaving for a paycheck, but he's not happy. My
Right.
dad's doing, what is that my destiny? Is that what I got to look forward to? So I think it is very important to understand that we only have one life to live. And sometimes out of fear, we don't jump at opportunities. And that's exactly what government tries to instill in people. It's like a dependency, right? A dependency on your job, a dependency on the government, a dependency on anything. There's so many people out there looking for a messiah, looking for a savior, looking for someone to come and resolve all their issues, because Number one, they're ignorant. Number two, they're not mature. They don't have a knowledge of their emotions or emotional intelligence. And these are all things that I feel that Kendrick has been able to portray in his lyrics.
And
You
you
know,
know something that
you can't
uh,
afford. Sorry, you can't afford therapy. Go slap on Mister Morale. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just a matter of I'm bringing this to you. What are you going to do with it, right? And I think it's
And
important
that's
that we understand that's the message.
and you know something that's
yeah, that's
wild about
yeah.
what
Go
you
ahead.
just said. That last part, when you said people waiting for somebody to come and save them. Do you know that a lot of people always portray black people as, oh, they always on welfare and food stamps? Do you know that that is shunned upon in our community?
Yep,
Right.
it
We
sure is.
don't like it. We be scolding the people that do that too.
Big facts.
And it's like
Hmm.
I don't think people understand black people fully. Like we don't like that either. But the craziest thing, I'm gonna give y'all a little education. It's more white people on it than black
Oh yeah,
folks.
I was just
definitely.
about to say that. I was just about to say that. There's more white people on welfare, has food stamps, and get government assistance than we do. But we the only people that get put
They
on
get
front
targeted
street,
for it. And
right?
it's
And
like,
so let me
And that
go ahead.
let me
and not even
let me
like
throw
government
something in
assistance. Hold
there.
on, brother. I'm like,
Go ahead.
it's across the board too. Like with anything, like there's more people that there's more. This is my opinion. Hold on, let me say that. My opinion, but there
Your thing breaking up, Brusky.
as far as
So
like
while you
us is or
Oh,
mainstream view
you were in
of
the
black people.
blender
You know what I
for a
mean?
minute.
Yeah,
so
it's like
one thing I
Go ahead.
wanted to add to
Oh,
what
so
you
that's
just
all I
said
wanted to say.
is that yeah, one of the things people misunderstand. So I'm going to speak from the Latino perspective. I'm Salvadoran, but I was raised in California all my life. Is that a lot of the illegal immigrants get taxed for their work, and they're never going to be able to get anything out of it. Like they have to pay taxes, but since they're illegal, they don't have access to get any of that. So to me, it's kind of funny when when politicians try to blame, so much money is being spent on immigrants, yet all of those
they get free
illegal
money.
immigrants that have jobs are building up the country, not just in the work that they do, but through the taxes that they have to pay that they're not going to be able to be recipients of.
Yes,
So
I
it's
say that
so
all
it
the time,
yeah,
brother.
it's important that we understand that they're playing us. They're
They're playing
playing
all of
us.
us. No,
All
they're
of these
literally
things.
playing all of us.
Yeah, they're all of these things are distractions. Like the what's going
that's why
on
they
in
keep
the
us against
headlines.
each other.
Yeah, this you look at this killer, bro. So just to add that into it, look at this killer, the guy that killed the CEO of that insurance company. I mean, do you get are you guys seeing how he's being portrayed? I mean, he's a
Yes,
That's
hero.
what they.
He's
That's what they do.
he's
Yeah.
yeah, he's the other side to Rittenhouse, right? So
yeah,
now so
Hmm.
the right wing had their hero, their shoot 'em up cowboy. Now the left wing wants to have a shoot 'em up cowboy. Oh, and he's cute too. I mean, that's what you see.
What you mean,
They're
but
sexualizing the guy. So this is what's being sold to us, right? This is what's being thrown in our face so that we're distracted while behind our backs they're stripping everything down to the bare minimum. So
yes.
it is a question of how focused are we when we wake up in the morning.
no,
But
we're
you
not.
know,
Not as a whole, we're not. Now, individually, obviously, not everybody thinks the same, but as a society in America, we all think the same. And on the mainstream side, we're all a bunch of lost sheep, and that's my opinion. I felt that way since I joined the army. Since I joined the army, I was like, oh shit. When I came of age in the army, like I joined straight out of high school, I was 19, and then once I turned 21, I started seeing the world for what it is, especially through the military eyes. I was like, oh, we are all a bunch of sheep, not just black people or poor people or just poor people or minorities. like everybody,
Can
like
I can I
even up. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
can I say one thing? Do you know the wisest people in the world are the quote unquote less educated people? I want to say that again. If you listen to people that are less educated, they are the wisest. They are not easily fooled into propaganda. They're not easily fooled into anything. Why? Because they scrutinize everything.
Can I ask? Can I like a think process? Why do you think that?
So I remember this saying that's in the Bible. That well, it's not a saying, it's a prayer actually. When Jesus said, "Thank you, Lord, for giving this wisdom to thank you for hiding it from the wise and prudent, but giving it unto babes, people who are less educated, because they're more susceptible to the truth because that's what they want." A lot of people they become arrogant when they get too educated. They become way too arrogant. They forget that there's nuances within structures of even something simple as understanding binary code or something like that, or understanding biology. There's a lot of nuances that they look over because of this set curriculum that's given to you versus you actually experiment for yourself. You're trying to figure it out on your own. A lot of
I
people that are
think
less.
that, yeah, I think I agree to an extent with what you're saying,
I think I
just
may be
because,
saying it. I think I may be saying
yeah.
it kind of crudely, and I'm not saying it
No, no,
correctly.
no. I
So,
think you're right in the sense where wisdom comes more from learning from your experiences, because there are people that can have a zillion experiences and not learn from them, and they're old and they're not wise. Right.
yep.
So I think wise people, like you said, maybe not so much that they're less educated, or maybe they don't have formal education, but they're the type of people that learn from experience. Like they know, okay, well, the sun during this month comes up on this side, and on this month, because they're living it, they're seeing it, they're breathing it, so they're a lot wiser in things of life per se. But at the same time, I also think that there has to be a balance.
It
There
has
there
to be a
has to
balance.
be a balance, because one of the things that we learn in the art of war is, knowing your enemy, and is knowing, like knowing what your enemy is going to do is winning your enemy in 1,000 battles. You're always going to have a little bit of an upper hand if you know what the other side's playing at, if you know what they're
hmm
doing. Then you prepare, and you know how to move. You don't got to make noise, you don't have to say anything, you just prepare and proceed, right, and just act upon what you know. And I think that that's one of the problem with social media too, is that everybody wants to announce all of their moves at once, right? They want to announce everywhere where they're at, what they're eating, what they spent, what they're wearing. Everything's out there. So you're basically showing, and you're putting your life on the platter of all of these social network programs, law enforcement, government agencies, to see, oh, okay, this is what's moving people. We'll just feed them more of this. So I think that that's, the situation where you say that we become a little more, you use the word like, we think we're better.
Become a little too arrogant.
Yeah, arrogant. Our arrogance comes from, our arrogance is demonstrated through that, through
hmm
us always wanting to publicize everything we do, and want everyone to know, hey, look, I'm eating here tonight. I'm out with my friends tonight. And then you see rappers getting caught up in it, right? And getting thrown in jail and getting cases put on them because people can't keep their mouth shut, because we want to promote a certain lifestyle, because we want everyone to see us a certain way, and maybe the reality is totally different, right? So I think that all of this education and wisdom have to go hand in hand, because you can be not wise and do a lot of stupid shit, but then you can be really wise and not know how they're going to come and bamboozle you, a few days into the future. So I do think I agree with you to an extent, but I also think it is important to know,
Yep.
like, and like I said, like with my children, like, no, they can't lie to me. Like, I know what they're into. I know what's out there. You see what I'm saying? So, they
Hmm.
can't really hide anything from me. Or if they say something, like, I heard that, okay, that's coded language for this. Like, hey, we got to learn the codes. We got to
Hmm.
learn the codes.
People gotta put themselves in the position to, like what I said with the algorithm earlier. You gotta know how to work it. Like like I was listening to right wing rhetoric for like 2 years. I did it on purpose. And I'm gonna tell you, I've learned a lot with being there so long on how they think. To the point where now that I'm listening to more, I started listening to more left leaning stuff maybe a year ago, and I started listening to how they speak, which made me not want to be a part of neither. It's because I started seeing that these both extremes are too extreme. If you think about how the people on the right speaks, and this is no shade against anybody that wanted to vote for Donald Trump, because I really don't care who you vote for. Dude, I'm gonna keep it a band. Um, if you listen to how they speak when they talk about, uh, I noticed another thing. They always attribute black, black talking points to other groups.
Uh huh.
It's just like what you said about woke. Woke was a black term, and it literally just means to be aware. And look what they
And
did
now
to it.
it's and now it's derogative.
Turned it into
Mhm.
something totally different. Every time because we always popularize language. A lot of people don't recognize that, but black people always popularize language.
Mhm.
If you think about cap, everybody want to say cap now. When it's just like so many things ops. Now people want to talk about ops. It's like black people popularize language,
Now
and
people want to put mustard on everything.
there you go.
It's not even just
I
language
just put
either. It's like
mustard
the whole
on. I just
media.
put mustard
It's just
on. I just put mustard on my chicken nuggets today.
That
Facts.
sounds disgusting. I'm not gonna cap, man. That sounds.
that's disgusting. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's
Yeah.
that's your prerogative.
I
That's
got
your
I
prerogative,
got
brother.
I got kicked out of McDonald's the other day for yelling mustard. I don't know
Good.
why.
You should be banned.
That's crazy work. I ain't gonna
I
lie to you,
told
brother.
them I told them you know what I'm here for. Yo, just yelled it out and I don't know what happened, bro.
No, but transfer it back to what you were saying though. Like, it's not even just language too. Like, I agree with that, but it's just entertainment in general. Like, or not even entertainment. It's just the culture in general. You know what I mean? Like you how
Style,
you said how you said
styles.
about the ops and like cap and shit like that. It's a crash now. Like it's everybody. So like I feel like I don't feel like this is. I feel like this is factual. Like we come up with a term, and then you know white people see
Even
that
on the
it's
right,
popular,
even
and
on the
on the
right.
right, yeah, and they make it popular because like that's been the history of our country. Like I mean, you know how many. I know you know this, but like, do you know how many people, how many black inventors who never got the day of light and the
I
shit they
know,
invented?
I
That
know.
that every day, like, if it wasn't for them, like, our shit would be totally different. You know what I mean?
Just think about this. I want you to think about this one thing, because Zoe said that we got 5 minutes left. That means that that's dangerous if you think about it
Mhm.
holistically. The fact that we can sway every culture in America
Mhm.
with simple words, that's
We got 5 minutes.
dangerous.
It is
It's
dangerous, and that it goes into the rhetoric of like, yeah, I know you heard this rhetoric about like how white people are like scared that their race is dying out type shit. Like everybody's becoming
The
mixed.
great
So I could be
replacement
like a
theory.
Yeah, I
You know what I
did.
mean? That's factual. But I mean, if you look at statistics, that's what we're trending to. And the elitists and the billionaires and the niggas that we or the white people we don't see who are not on mainstream who are running this country behind the scenes. That's what they're afraid of. And so like that's why like I feel like that's why like our shit is so fucked up right now. You know what I mean? But they can't stop the inevitable. It's gonna happen. Whether you
So,
want to believe it or not, it's happening as we
so
speak.
since
And it's been
so
happening
since
for
we
years.
since we got only 5 minutes, I'll just say this, and I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, thank you guys for letting me on again. Um, just to say this, I think that this demonstrates how people from different walks of life, from different time zones, we can agree and even agree to disagree respectfully and learn from each other. And I think that in the end, the hip hop discourse should be that. If we're going to take anything from what hip hop was supposed to be, it was unity, good times, and learning, self worth, right? And I think all of us need to understand that not everyone's going to be on the same playing field. Not everyone's going to have the same thought process because of how they grew up. But I think it's up to us. Like if we really feel like the Bible says, if you feel that you're better and you're bigger, then serve those that aren't. And I think that this type of discourse serves everyone, to be able to talk about different things and really focus on being better, for ourselves and for the world. So, hey, thank you guys for letting me on. Hope you guys have a great evening, everyone in the chat as well. And we'll be coming on soon. Pretty much. Take care, guys.
Yeah. Before
Peace.
you get off, I just want to
Dale,
I just want
bro.
to say like I
Hmm.
appreciate your wisdom. Like I heard you. First time I heard you was one of those guys who I don't remember who the Drake Glazer was, but you were cooking them. But you were cooking with wisdom, and I
Oh,
appreciate that. It was months ago. It was months ago. Don't ask me what the specific one was, but I just knew I was like
yeah, he's talking
that.
about Logan.
That was
I think it
Logan.
Yeah.
was. I think it was Logan. I think it was Logan.
Who should not be
But
Yeah, it
named?
was Logan.
it's it was your name. Your screen name is Frank, right? Am
Yeah.
I getting that
Frank dropped
confused?
knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I appreciate your wisdom and transport. I appreciate all your wisdom. You always speak. You always drop gems every time you talk. And I don't get to hop on lives all the time because I got two kids and I'm dedicated to them and my family and stuff. But I always listen to the lives afterwards on my way
Yeah.
to work stuff. You know what I mean? So I
Okay.
just Zoe, I appreciate you for opening up, having a channel where we can discuss real topics and have different opinions and all that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I,
All.
I really, I really do appreciate it because this is what I look for. This is what I want to talk about. This is one I want to be a part of. You know what I mean? Like the whole Drake thing shit. It's drama. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but like the mature side of me, I want to talk about things like this, like what we've been talking about for the last like what hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. I
This
feel
is
like
what
it.
this is
I feel
what I
like
live
it
for.
all comes full circle. Like when you get into these type of things, like part of the reason why I was like going so hard on the Drake thing is because at the end of the day, like I got kids out here, man. I got
Right,
nieces.
right,
There's people in my life that if this was on the other side, like imagine how you would feel if that was a situation that happened to one of them and you can't say nothing because this person is supposed to be this big star and everybody's telling you, oh, there's no way he would do this, no way he would do that. And my whole big thing is just the fact that we don't, and that's the thing I keep trying to repeat in these streams, that we don't know these people,
right.
you know, like
Exactly.
I don't get on here and say for sure he did this, for sure I never said that in any of my videos. But my thing is, at the end of the day, we don't know these people. And I feel like when we have these honest conversations, I feel like it opens up conversations like these for us to see things in other ways and get opinions from other people and kind of
Hmm.
open our eyes a little bit, and understand at the end of the day, it's not about the celebrity status and everything. These people are human too. just like us.
Exactly.
They go to
Yeah.
sleep, they wake up, they do the same things we do.
And that's the reason why I said earlier about keeping it real about Jay Z because he's
Hmm.
human.
Right, right,
You can't keep trying to put celebrities in this God spot.
right.
Look at them as humans. So when they make mistakes, they gonna make mistakes.
Mhm.
hmm
Even
That's
though
what
I'm
you
not
do
a
after
Jay
that.
Z fan, I'm just
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Like,
That's what you
yeah,
do after that. It's gonna define your character. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, whether you try to or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially in this industry, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, especially with
there's
the celebrities and
all types
across the
of
board, actors, all that.
yeah, there's all types of influence, right? You know, all types of influence, all types of opportunities to be a terrible person. You know, if you go into a situation, just imagine you go into a situation as an artist and Diddy is there, arm around you, talking about, yeah, come to the after party, this, that. Like at some point, you gotta choose which side you gonna sit on, right? And the side
hmm
you
Yeah.
might choose to sit on
hmm
and be like,
We know what
that
some
might
of
be the
y'all would
moral
choose.
one,
Let's keep it a bean.
but the one that might be the moral one won't be the one that's profitable. You know, so sometimes
Right.
you gotta like some people not strong enough to make that decision and say, you know what, I'm gonna get it my way, the right way. You
See,
know,
that's what I wanted to ask you. That's really what I come on to ask was like it's starting to seem like everybody that make it to that top spot, like everybody that make it to that certain level of fame, whether it's like Jay-Z level, Drake level, Taylor Swift level, Beyonce, it's like these weird rumors about everybody. And I just was wondering, do y'all think or do you think so, or just to chat, do anybody think that like you gotta kind of participate in some type of weird activity to make it to that level? I think you can be a musician and support your family and live off your music, but can you make it to that superstar level without indulging in some of these weird activities that we starting to hear everybody kind of is a part of?
I think you
Can I
can
answer to that?
go. Yeah, go ahead.
I just because we were touching on it earlier, and I wanted to bring that point up, but I wanted to make sure that everybody got their voice and opinions up. And you brought up a good point, Jay. In my personal opinion, I feel like once you get to like Jay Z status, like as far as being a billionaire, and not even just in rap or entertainment, just like if you're a billionaire in general, no matter what you do and what you control, I just feel like you're an evil person. And I know that it comes off like kind of abrasive, but just hear me out. Like I feel like to be a billionaire status and be in that category, you got to fuck over a lot of people, and you got to know about it too. You know what I mean? You can't be naive about it. Like you make decisions to get to that point. Now I'm not shitting on them. Like, hey man, get your bag type shit. But I just feel like once you reach that level of status as far as money and power, that what they always say, with power and shit, and with what comes money comes evil type shit. You know what I mean? I just feel like once you reach that point,
Hmm.
and everybody below that too, like once you reach that point, you gonna see shit, or you gonna be a part of shit that you might not necessarily agree with, but you're gonna do what you got to do to level up and get your bag and to be part of that power group. You know what I mean?
See, I see what you're saying, but I be looking at it like even to add on to what you were saying is like the relationships. Like if you a billionaire, if you Jay-Z and you a billionaire, you might have high $100 millionaire or high billionaire friends. And it's like you can't be the one in the friend group that ain't on the weird shit. You can't be the
Right.
one in the friend because now are
That's
you
gonna hurt your
really
back.
are you still in the group chat if you're not a weirdo? Like do they really trust you
Right.
if
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like are you and I just be thinking about that, like the ones that
But
make it to that
that
superstar level. You know what I mean?
that also is based on who you are as a person. Like
hmm
if you don't have the strength to say no to some things that don't sit right with you and move the other way, and also know that hey, if you say no to this, you might lose this opportunity. If you feel like you have to indulge in it, I feel like that's where it kind of goes back to the point you were saying, Maj, where it's like, you feel like if you make it to that area, you got some type of like you had to fuck some people over in the
You
process.
have to.
But
That's how it works.
but there's a lot of people that drive the cars and run over some shit and don't and just be like, well, what the fuck was that? Oh, let me keep going.
Right, right,
and
right.
don't even want
But
to look back at to see what the fuck they just ran
mhm.
over.
It's
You know
same
what I mean?
principle, but it's same principle, but different intensity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those people that run over like or hit somebody and the hit and runs type shit. Those are regular ass like people. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm
Versus
using
like,
that as an
Yo,
analogy, like,
anyone that
basically like you run over some shit, like you don't even look back to see what you ran over. You just like, oh shit, I just hit a bump. Well, I don't know what the fuck that was, but you still like headed in that direction where you was going. Like basically, you're not paying attention to what you ran over at all. That's just an analogy I was trying to put out there. But I think like Jay is saying, like I don't know if you get to a point where you have to be like, I think the common thing here is that we just have to understand that money is the root of all evil, right? Like your greed for money
Wait,
is
wait, wait,
kind of
wait,
what
wait, wait,
drives you
wait,
there.
wait. I want to make a correction.
Uh-huh.
For the love
For the
of
love.
money
Okay. Okay, good.
is the
Yep.
root of all evil.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not money is not evil inherently. It's just like a tool, like anything else. But your love for it will make you do anything for it.
For it, right.
But that's just all I want to say.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah, I just think with that, when you have like a greed and the greed for it, the love that, in turn turns into greed. When you have that, I feel like that's what kind of puts you in those spaces. So I mean, it's what you willing to do for the money. It's like, yo, if there's some things you probably wouldn't do for the money, right? You probably have like a limit, right? You have like a point that you won't cross for the
Right.
money. You know what I mean?
yeah, they
Some
told me to eat
people,
Arby's for money. I'm not eating that shit.
you know,
Tweaking. Arby's is good. You tweaking.
but I don't think you necessarily I don't necessarily think just to be a star you gotta indulge in the weird shit. I think it just depends on where you at and who you put yourself around. You
And
just
like I
gotta have the
always say,
integrity to
man,
back up.
I always say I try to show compassion, and I really do feel bad for those young talented artists that get that opportunity kind of soon in their career. They get that opportunity at 19, 15, 17, 23, 21 years old, and they, like you said, that they at that Diddy party and Diddy got his arm around them.
Mhm.
Like how do you say no to that at 17? Like you have to be a special type of gifted for God. I feel like for God to give you that level of discernment at 17 when
Or
your
you
when your
gotta have a
dreams are
team.
right in front of you,
Gotta
it's
have a
like,
team.
you know. But
But
Yeah,
you gotta
you
sometimes
can
but
you can have a team, or like say if you are like a young person and you end up going to the party, you can go. But if you go there, because you go in there thinking this is gonna be, like a
Yeah,
regular party or some shit, you go there and you see something that you don't, what I'm saying, rock with, you don't have to stay and participate. You can
right.
leave. Like there's always a choice. Now, if you stay and participate, then you get what you get. But everyone always has a choice in everything you do.
And I don't want to. I don't think, and we gonna cut off after this, but I don't want people to
Mhm.
look at this and think like when you get like you get signed and there's somebody out there telling you like, yo, go in there, smash these two chicks or your contract is voided. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's like a very extreme way of us looking at it.
Yep.
Like nobody said, like, I don't think it's like that. Like, go in there, do this, or you ain't gonna get signed. Like, I feel like anybody, somebody telling you that, you already should know that's the reason for you not to sign in the first place. Like, a contract is a contract. I think it's just up to you. Like, what's the worst thing you're gonna be called? A square? Like, you don't want to do this? Like, you know what I mean?
I
I
mean,
feel like,
just look at Kendrick's whole career after that. Like, just
yeah,
Kendrick is one of the perfect examples of they calling him a square. It's like,
yeah.
nah, I don't want to be around this. It's like,
Listen, man.
Ken just said, I'm just gonna be in the house with my family and write raps and
Bro,
play with
that's
my kids and
it.
love on my girl. That's what I'm
And
gonna
you know
do.
what? I feel bad for people that don't understand the wealth and like that. Like fuck, like outside of the money, like the wealth and like in health and family and having good people around you and just like that shit right there. Like some people don't like. I ain't gonna like get too preachy with it, but like some people that like they all about what club we going to this tonight. How many bitches I'm getting this? How many like the chase is there like in your like but when you somebody like let's say you at Drake age bracket still doing that at that age and it's me seeing that shit has to be the saddest thing, bro. Like if you really just look at it like yeah, you getting all this shit. People want you to, you got girls that would throw themselves at you. But what connection do you really have? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like people don't understand how wealthy it is to have health and have family that you can spend time with and do what you need to do. Like
Right.
I don't know, man. It's overlooked because the cool thing is to have have a bunch of hoes and like all this other shit. But
Money, hoes, and clothes. That's all a
yeah,
nigga
but
knows.
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
That ain't no way.
When you
That ain't
get
no
that
how it
case, when you
works.
get that case one
But
day, you get that case one day because she don't
continue
like
it
what
in the after party.
and
Hey,
that's why you get them cases, bro. You going out there doing all this other shit. You gonna find the right one that's gonna come back and say, "Remember that night?"
What?
I'm
Remember
gonna
what
bro.
tell them
now?
you did
Nowadays,
good.
in general, I mean, we could talk about this some other time, but like the
No, no,
dating
but
pool right now
we
for
could
men
we
and
could talk
women.
about it in the after
Yeah, we
party
could
Yeah,
talk
too.
we
about
will.
it another time. But
All
yeah,
right. Well, all right. Yo, listen, man. I
good
appreciate y'all
night,
talking
you.
about where we was at. Like, y'all shifted it to a positive side. I had to change the whole title of the stream, but
Yay!
but in a good
I
way.
peeped
In a
that.
good way.
I
In a
peeped that.
good way. In a good way. I like the conversation. That was a good conversation. All right.
But
Dang,
I
somebody
will see
somebody
y'all
getting
over
hit with
there
the
in the
rain right
Discord.
now, huh?
It's me.
Damn.
You must be in the
I
car.
had
Them,
to.
them
I am.
raindrops sound crazy right now.
Raindrops
Raindrop,
go
Jota,
crazy.
talking the good, the hot buck. Talking on your
Hey.
bitch, yeah, that.
Wow. But yeah, wow.
Yeah.
All right,
So
before we go,
I'll see y'all over there.
all right, but Autonomous, you wanna lead us out with the song?
Oh, so we made a song for all Drake fans, y'all. We got a
All
song for
right.
all the Drake glazers in the world. It's a remix of
Fix
"Coldest
it,
Winter" by Kanye West.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm over here gassing this over.
Memories made in the coldest winter. Goodbye, my Drizzy. Will I ever love again?
Not goodbye, my drizzy. That's
Memories
crazy.
made in
Hey,
the coldest
turn your engine off. Go to
winter.
bed.
Oh. Oh.
I
In the
can't.
Yo,
only
anybody,
nights.
if you in the chat and you asking for the Tim Mind, I see you asking for the after party link. You gotta be in the Discord. If you in the Discord, there's a
I just dropped it.
oh you did? All right, bet. All right. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. I know this was impromptu, but shout out to y'all for coming through. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do more of
I
these
think
and
he Kendrick
also try
Lamar,
to
you
get
know,
the
like
live.
just randomly dropping. Crazy out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one on y'all at like 8 in the morning, yo, one time. I'm gonna see what y'all do.
Oh, that'll be fire
Drop,
because like I'll be
drop.
like, getting ready for work.
Oh, for real? Dang.
Yes.
See, it worked
I'll
out for
be up.
you.
She's not gonna get
Wow.
ready for work anymore because of you.
No, I'm
That's
gonna get ready
crazy.
for work. Fuck you mean? I gotta go make this money on. What you mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you gotta make that money to pay for that $1 million Kendrick concert. God damn.
Listen, you ain't lying.
Yo, that shit expensive as shit.
Yo,
Cause
bro,
I'm
there ain't
fucking
no,
going. Fuck
bro.
that.
I knew
I'm in there.
once the tour drops, the announcement, I was like, there ain't no way I'm gonna make that. I already knew that shit was gonna be expensive. Like,
Yo,
I
if
got
it
three
wasn't
kids,
for the
and
fact, I know, right? That shit kind
and then
of
on top of that, he's coming to Seattle, and I live like 20 minutes from Seattle. I'm like, God damn, bro.
bro, trying to justify.
Look,
But the only
just
reason
wait for the
why
tickets to go on like StubHub because they'll be like cheaper because like people be like reselling
on
them for
stuff,
like lower
yeah.
sometimes.
But you know something
'Cause
that's
that's what I'm
crazy?
finna do.
I guarantee you the tickets didn't start that way.
You said it didn't start that way?
Huh?
No, because one of the things I started realizing, people scalper
Oh yeah, they do.
tickets a lot.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they high. They do
Yeah.
that for everybody's shows,
Word.
especially if they know something is gonna be popular and they know these
Hmm.
Kendrick tour dates are gonna be popular. So scalpers will buy all of them
Yeah.
and then resell them.
And yep. Well, we gonna see, man. Only way reason I'm justifying it because I really wanna. This will be my first time in LA, so I want to go out there. So this is a good reason to go out there. So
You're gonna see
yeah.
LeBron
It's
James get
I'll
dunked on
see
by Jimmy
y'all.
Butler?
I'll see y'all. I'm out.
First.
All right.
Ah, don't slide,
All
y'all.
right.
All right, y'all.
I'll see y'all in the after party.
All right. All right. All right. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. That was like out of nowhere, but appreciate y'all coming through on the live. I know the live before that got kind of messed up towards the end. So what I'll do is I'll have a video for y'all. I'll edit and have a video on that topic, and I'll drop that probably in the morning. I'll drop that for y'all. But listen, if you're a member of the channel, that you get the videos earlier than everyone else. Also, there's giveaways in the Discord, so make sure you join the Discord. If you become a member, you could join the giveaways on there. But appreciate y'all coming through for the secondary live. The first one got jacked up, but again, like I said, I'm gonna make a video for y'all and put that together. Um, and it is what it is. Good conversation by these guys. It was good sitting back, just listening to what they were saying. They were speaking some good facts. Shout out to Frank Tikas who left early. Shout out to everybody that was in here. Transporter, Maj. Shout out to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all know what it is. BigZoeTv. You know the vibes. Let's go.